The CDC has identified Michigan in the top 14 states with skyrocketing rates of overdose death. Drug overdoses are now killing more Americans than car crashes or gun violence. Naloxone is a medication, also known as Narcan. It's an antidote that reverses an opioid overdose. It enables a patient to breathe again and stay alive. Opioids are defined as heroin, methadone, Oxycontin, Vicodin, Percocet, codeine, and fentanyl. Bryan's Hope is asking for donations to continue to provide these life-saving toolkits for our families.
I mean, I needed it daily, and I would do anything I had to do to get it. I would steal, I would rob, I would pawn things, I would fight my family. I mean, I turned into a monster pretty quickly, even before graduation.
I had gotten into a fight with my boyfriend who I was living with at the time, and I had gone to a hotel because I wanted to drink and I wanted to get high. So I got drunk, I bought some drugs, and the next thing you know, I remember being like really lightheaded, I guess. Like I just felt like when you stand up too fast and you get lightheaded, and don't remember anything else besides waking up and my mom was there. And my mom was there, the lady from the front desk at the hotel was there, and the police were there. My mom was worried about me. She hadn't heard from me, so she'd gone on my phone and tracked down where I was, found me at a hotel, and found me overdosed in the hotel room.
I knew that I was in a state of panic and just like a state of overdose. Like I couldn't walk, I was stumbling around. I stumbled outside the door, and like I needed to get to my car, but I couldn't get to it. I like felt like my body's shutting down, my breathing was slowing, my eyes couldn't even open. I just fell asleep on the steering wheel. And next thing you know, I heard a knocking on my window, and I rolled my window down, and it was the police. I'm sitting there dying, but the drugs had me so messed up that all I could think about was my next fix. Like, that's how messed up the drugs had me, and how far they've taken me, like how I've hit rock bottom here. I'm dying, and I still didn't care.
They had taken me to the ambulance, and they'd given me Narcan, and then they released me from the hospital shortly after.
They ended up giving it to me, and immediately I felt my body just run straight cold. I could feel the drugs leaving my body immediately. And it was basically life was coming back in me, but at the same time, I was enraged. I think that we should use Narcan in the future for follow-up care by making it easily accessible to people. I think that it needs to be on the shelves in our pharmacy so that people can buy it so that they can use it for emergency purposes. People that have kids in their households that are opiate addicts, or even people that have elderly family members that are on opiates. Let's say there's an accidental overdose. You know, they can go and run to their cupboards and use it on those people.
I think it should be readily available. I think for people, like, for example, me, who's been hospitalized for overdose multiple times, like, they should have given it to my mother or given it to whoever I was living with, whoever I was, like, spending time with, so that case, like, if it were to happen again, because for me, like, it kept happening. Like, the first time was just one of many. So I think that's the case for a lot of people. Like, they don't stop after they overdose. So, like, it's something to totally be aware of. I think that it should be, like, readily available at pharmacies. I think it should be just more openly talked about, I guess, because those few minutes can really save someone's life.
For every $30 donation, we are able to provide one intramuscular naloxone kit to someone in need. Last year, we gave away 250 naloxone kits. 8 of them were used for successful opiate overdose reversals. That means 8 people are alive today that otherwise would not have been because of our naloxone kit. Any donation will save a life. We have to start somewhere or we will never get anywhere.